Yo, yo, what's going on, everyone? I want to welcome you back to the Talk to Me podcast with my co-hosts Dom Wormley and Elsa Sanchez. I first want to start out the segment by just saying thank you to everyone out there doing their part to hopefully flatten this curve that we're going through. A big shout out to our healthcare workers, our nurses, our doctors, and everyone else doing their part, like I said, to hopefully end this hellhole that we're in. Obviously, you see we're doing our part here, trying to tap into the Zoom and see how this thing will go. So I appreciate you all checking in and staying on top of us with everything and going from there. So hopefully you guys enjoy the show, enjoy the podcast. It's been a little while, so I'm going to welcome you back and start off by, what's up? How's everyone been doing? How's everyone handling the coronavirus, being in the house? And how's your day-to-day been, Elsa?
Well, it's good to see you guys. Are good.
What's up, my people? Let's go.
Got my hat on.
Hairline and all that. Okay. That's Dom. Got the wine. Me too. That's helped me.
Cheers.
That's part of my day-to-day. So I've been set up at home, thankfully. I'm literally broadcasting on a radio station that is transmitted through the DMV from home. So it's weird, and I don't have a bed, I don't have music behind me when I'm talking, so it sounds weird. I feel like I just started in radio, and I can't mess up, literally, because I can't fix, my little...
Right. Damn, I didn't think about that. I totally...
It hasn't been easy, I'm not gonna lie.
You said a radio station. What if the people don't know what radio station you're talking about? What you mean, like a radio
station? If you didn't know, I'm a midday girl. And it's sort of 106.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
And yeah, just broadcasting literally from my room. Doing everything. I have to do everything at least 10 minutes before so that it could go on air. So if I miss it, I miss it. And it's hard, but we make it through. How about you guys? Dom?
True. Dom Worm, that second, I was playing. So with me, honestly, like, I just I'm living by myself now. So that was a little bit different. From home. So talking to my friends, they're telling me like, oh, I'm working from home and all that, yada, yada, yada. And I'm still like, so as of now, I'm talking as if this is 3 weeks ago. So at that point, I didn't know, I thought I had to use my PTO. So I'm like, damn, I'm using my PTO. I can't even work from home. So it's kind of like messed up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I just found out probably like a week ago that not only obviously I can't work from home, I don't have to come in, but I'll be getting paid. So that's a big plus. So low key, I've been trying to stay on a routine as far as just wake up at it's kind of weird because it's almost like you in school and you get out for like summer. Like, it's so crazy. I don't even know what to do myself. I don't have any responsibility. Like, bro, if I want to fuck off for a month, I will. But like, I'm very like driven. So I always try to do stuff. Like I've made the website for our page. I've been reading a lot, and it's crazy how God works in mysterious ways as far as like, I wrote down like a little list of what I wanted to do over this break. And one of them was learn a little bit about stocks. Mm-hmm. Long story short, like, he's not a random dude, but a guy that I went to school with, he was a little bit younger than me. He like randomly hit me up. Cause like,
you lost all your money.
From time to time, huh?
I said, you lost all your money.
Nah. So I thought you said I hogged the mic. I was like, damn, I'll shut up. So he hit me up randomly or whatever. And so probably about 2 weeks ago, I've been meeting with a group of guys and they've been helping me with like day trading and stuff like that. So I haven't started yet, but probably about 2 weeks, I'm about to be like this, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I've been trying to be productive and playing the video game and talking to my friends. What about you, Tyke?
Well, I'll start off with this. I don't know about y'all, but I got my stimulus check today, early. Got that $1,200. Yes, sir. I swear. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, yo, why you just turn up on him like that?
You know why? Because I know I'm one of the first, so I'm hyped. I'm like, hey, you got your check yet? They be like, hell no. I'm like, I got my drink though.
Oh my God.
Nah, you know what it is? It's because I'm pretty sure because whenever I do my taxes, like the first day I could ever get them. So then I always do that. My direct deposit the same, and I'm in the federal government. So like, I'm sure they're probably definitely trying to take care of the people that work in the federal government and like working. So I was definitely happy about that. But honestly, I'm just like you, Dom. We moved, we got our own spot. So, but I actually moved back in with my mom and my dad and my sister for a while because he's got like a mini gym in his basement. Think of it as like a little hotel gym, but it's got like a barbell, a rack, and a couple free weights, and that's all I really need to like just maintain and do a little something. Because the first like week and a half, I'm thinking like in my mind, like, bro, the coronavirus, bro. Like, all right, I get it. Like, but this shit ain't gonna last. Like, I'm not thinking it's on lockdown, so I'm taking it as like, I got a couple of days to not do shit. Like, I'm chilling. I'm eating in the crib. I'm eating donuts and shit. And I'm like, bro, I look at it now. I'm like, man, 2 weeks went by. I've been eating donuts for 2 weeks, boy. Let me get up. Like, okay, this shit is for real. So honestly, man, I've been really trying to like get back into find some kind of routine. Like trying to break bad habits that I picked up in the initial part of this. Obviously still trying to work because I got the luxury, thank God, to work from home, and really just trying to find my new normal through everything. So other than that, man, really just trying to catch stride and try to figure this out and do my part, man, really to make sure that I can't be the one to say that this is because of me. So that's really it.
Side note.
Got that check. I'm so
Yeah.
The whole time I was saying, where my check at?
Right. So there's one thing about me that like I'm always like on point with my money. So like when I found out that it was like, oh, you had to have some taxes done with this or the dates of this, I'm starting to read online when they're thinking about this is getting passed. Like, so they said April 9th. So I'm checking my bank account every day from then. And then I just checked again today. And then it was like, well, it should be here by like April 15th. What's today? What's today's date? The 11th? The 10th?
10th.
10%.
So yeah, it says it'll be there on April 15th. So I haven't technically got it, but it's pending. So shout out Navy Federal.
On tax day.
Oh, that shit coming in regardless.
Yeah, regardless, it's joint coming.
Regardless.
Yeah.
So as far as y'all went through like what y'all been going through and stuff like that, but as the coronavirus as a whole, how do y'all feel about it, Elsa?
Oof. I feel as though it came out of nowhere, although there are rumors that our government knew about it for a long time. And I mean,
hey, none of that talk out here. I'm joking.
I ain't no shit.
It just feels as though it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I just think about, I'm a former teacher and my sister's still teaching, and how they had to go from literally teaching in the classroom to the next week, putting everything online for 3 and 4 year olds, and even like the high school kids that can't even go to prom. Like, it's just.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe that shit.
Like, our world was turned upside down from one day to another. That's what it feels for me.
Got you.
Could you imagine like being like a student or being like a senior in college, like not being able to walk, like being a senior in high school and not being able to graduate high school? Like, I'm thinking about all the shit that I'm going through and like having to work from home and having to go to different locations. I'm not even thinking about the younger kids who are like, damn, what if they needed to pass this test to pass school? Like, they don't even like just going through that. Like, I can't even.
I think they're still in school though. They're
still
taking
like
online classes.
Facts, but it's just different. Like, what you know what I mean? Like, you know how much harder it is to learn at home than it is to go to class and focus for that hour. Like, you got to sit down and carve the time out now.
No, it's just easier. It's easier to cheat now. Hey, Billy, what's good?
Yeah.
What's the answer, my guy? All right. Okay.
I know. I'm just saying.
Think about the kids that don't have like this fast speed internet, or have like 4 other siblings in the house, or have parents that are toxic.
Right.
And let's be serious. When you went to class, okay, I'm not saying, I'm speaking for some people, but majority of the time when you went to class, were you really paying attention, or you was like, all right?
No, of course not. But it's the principle.
I got you. You trying to make it sound good.
Yeah, exactly.
I sat in the front row. I was a good student.
Yeah, I would have been copying off of you. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I would have been your best friend.
Yep.
I would have been like, yeah, I'm Dominican too. That shit crazy.
Nah, it's just
But
it really is just sad though, man. Like I really couldn't have expected this. I feel like I was uneducated at first because I was really just like, all right, man, like the flu, like, you know, listening to all the headline bullshit. And I really was like, I'm actually really disappointed in myself. I'm normally someone that does a little bit more research on like something before I speak on it. And I started listening to everyone else and like the bullshit and like being like, yeah, man, what the fuck? Like, of course I'm going out still. Of course I'm doing this. Of course I'm doing that. And then it just hit everyone like a swarm of bees and like everyone got stung. It's like, damn. But I will say this,
Yeah.
I still don't know anyone that's got it. As many people as got it, I don't know. Like until you mentioned it, like I had no, I was like, damn, you know, it does make you wonder sometimes.
But it's the thing though.
My parents got it. They weren't able to get tested, but their doctor in New York said they definitely had it. And thankfully they're recovering from it. But y'all know
Right.
the situation in New York is
I know
out there.
that place, man.
Yeah. That's the thing though. But like the reason why you don't know a lot of people that got it, this is just me. I ain't a doctor or whatever. No one's been tested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
That's how I'm looking at it. You don't know if you got it because the crazy thing is, from what I know, it's not like you can take a pill or take a medicine and you
No,
can
there's nothing.
it can go away. It's literally your immune system beats it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Basically,
even tested, you need your doctor's approval. Like you need literally a doctor
Right.
to say this person needs to get tested because they have such and such symptoms.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
You see, they stick that long ass Q-tip up your nose.
Yeah.
That thing is like this long, boy.
that's crazy.
Boy, like it looks crazy. I know, shit. You ain't stuck.
On-
Stick me in.
on
I'll be in the basement for 14 days. Don't talk to me. Don't put that shit in my nose.
facts.
I'll
Hey.
quarantine myself. Before you put that.
It's either that or it's my immune system. I trust my immune system. Fuck
Facts,
that.
bro.
I'm in the basement. Cool.
That's it. Nothing. That's not supposed to go up your nose, man. Like,
Yeah. You seen Donovan Mitchell said he cried.
I would too, bro. Have you seen it? I mean, like, I really don't think you've seen it.
Yeah,
But
that
that's
shit calmed me down.
like have you guys ever had strep throat?
Yeah.
And they put it down like your throat
Yeah.
and you gag. Imagine going up through your nose. It's the same
That's
thing.
what I'm saying.
It's
You know
Shit,
how
I
painful,
be,
you know how painful it is when you get water up your nose, like when you jump in the pool.
Mhm.
Imagine that.
Exactly. Yeah.
insane. To also to harp on a little bit what you said as far as the kids that's in school and stuff like that graduate. But the thing is, after they graduate, as far as like trying to get jobs, this is messing up the job market for lots of people that's trying to go from place to place because, you know, businesses are going to be shutting down. And I was just talking to my boy the other day, not to go from jobs to actually going to events and stuff like that. But like, for instance, I seen like a little headline as far as like the NBA or any other professional team. They were saying they don't even know if they're gonna have fans within over the next several years. You know what I'm saying? Because it easily can be spread. Like large groups of events. As far as like going to the club, like when the hell is that gonna be opening?
Bro.
I'd say 2021.
Bro, I'm trying to be really optimistic, but I'm turning into a pessimistic motherfucker real fast.
Yeah. Y'all
Right.
better have me cuffed out this joint.
Yeah. I ain't that pessimistic.
Word, we can't go out. Where you at?
Right.
Hey, you in, I'm in. That shit crazy.
That's it. You know what? Now that you say it, I fucked up. I shouldn't have said nothing about that stimulus check. My phone was started right after this shit.
Oh, girls you haven't talked to in years.
Right.
You gonna be Uber eating food to the judge crib talking about get on FaceTime.
I lied. I was lying like shit. That's bullshit. I was capping.
Hey, so but for real, since we know, was it without tax or was it tax? Like what's up?
1,200 straight in there.
Hey,
Come on, man.
taxes taken out.
So my man gave you 1,200 straight cash, homie?
Straight like that. I think it says like IRS something. I don't know. I have to look at it. I don't know. I really ain't look at it. I closed it out because I was like, oh shit, I might have seen it too soon. I was like, oh fuck, like I probably snuck. I was like, because you know me, that shit don't happen. I don't get shit early. I get it late and at a late half. Like, for me to get this shit this early is like something about to happen, motherfucker. Put the money away.
X out.
Yeah, exactly. So.
It's definitely happening.
Yep.
But guys, it's definitely good that we're staying home because y'all hear about the 28 people that went to Mexico for spring break, came back home. Most of them didn't have symptoms, and they ended up having coronavirus.
All 28.
28 people. Wow.
And multiply that by like 5.
Exactly. And imagine all the people that they exposed the virus to. Like, that's why it's so important.
Yep. Like,
it sounds crazy, but that's literally what we need to do.
Speaking of Mexico, correct me if I'm wrong, but the president in DR said what? Finish that sentence.
What the president in DR
said? As far as what is there like rules about if they catch you out past a certain time? Is it DR or is it another country?
Bro,
I'm talking about Mexico, and then you talking about DR. That's different.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's both Latino. It's both Spanish, Latino. You know what I'm saying?
No, there is a curfew in DR. I don't know what the hours are specifically, but if you're out after a certain time, the troops are coming around. They're coming to get you, and you'll be locked up.
Yep.
True. Yep. I thought, where was the place that said? I thought it was DR, but it was a place where the dictator or the president or whatever said, "If you out, I'm giving law enforcement." Huh?
That wasn't in the Philippines, right? In the Philippines? Let me double check that.
Oh, because I said, "Damn, you gonna die if you out?" Like,
I seen motherfuckers getting hit with sticks, and that's all I needed to know. They was getting beat with sticks of like bamboo, and it was like, "Get your ass in the house!" Like, you know how hard that's that's enough to keep me in the crib.
Hey, all I need to see is one video.
Bro, you ain't seen it?
Oh, I seen it. I seen it.
They
was on a motorcycle.
Out of him. I was like, hell no.
Gotta work, boy. Okay.
Which country it was? We gotta make sure it's the right country. We're not like.
Oh, you looked it up?
We are looking it up together.
run me those facts, Slime. All right. So as far as like you guys have kind of broken down a little bit of what you guys been doing during the quarantine, but as you look back at past the past like 3 weeks or whatever, what are some, could you name me like 3 things that have kept you sane as far as things that you have been doing?
Well, we got a puppy.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Wait, that's a new puppy.
It's a brand new puppy. We went to Philadelphia, to Pennsylvania, to pick her up. Her name is
Wow.
And she's 8 weeks.
How long have you had her?
A few days. We picked her up. So yeah, that's been helping me a lot. I've been looking for a puppy actually for a long time to be my emotional support dog. 2
dogs in the house now.
So, well,
hey, don't say that again. Next topic. What are the other 2?
But she's definitely been keeping us very occupied. She keeps biting and stuff, and keeping in contact with family.
Yeah.
Yeah, video calls, and Netflix. Hello, Tiger King.
I'm telling you, right? What is it? Hello, what is it? Kittens and Sasquatches or some shit? She's kittens and something. Kittens and critters or some shit. What did she say?
Carol Baskin.
Yeah, what did she say? Hello, kittens and something. You say some wild shit.
That shit trash.
I mean, Netflix, they might have released the virus because their money, they probably been getting money.
For sure.
Good. You know what I'm saying?
Around, I got Hulu and shit.
You got every service.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What have you been doing?
What about you, Tyke? What you been doing, man?
Really, the Netflix is one for sure. Like I said, I moved home and been hanging out with my family. But I've been really like trying to like, I've read a few things down of like shit that I took for granted. So I've been like trying to take that approach. Like, okay, what did I take for granted before the whole virus thing that I'm not going to take for granted when I get back? You know, so doing a little bit of that and like making sure. Hell, did you just go?
I got nice on the camera.
Yeah, you taking me for granted.
Hey, I'm like, you already heard all that shit, nigga. All
Right.
Nah, because
Journey.
I was looking at the light and I said, yo, that light is probably annoying. But keep going, my fault.
No, please keep talking about Journey.
Yeah. So I mean, I've been doing that like just to give you like a little briefing of my thought, like, so like just being able to go around your family and not have to worry about something like that. Like my dad, like every time I leave the house, if I'm just coming back to my house, he'll be like, all right, man, make sure you're not interacting with anyone. You know, I'm older, you know, you got your niece here. Like, you know, if you bring the virus back, man, like it's going to be an issue. Like, you know, I know you don't know, but if you don't take that stuff. So like, I'm thinking like that, like where can I, you know what I mean? Like I would feel like the worst person in the world if I gave anything like that to my family, knowingly, you know what I mean? Knowingly making a poor decision. So, you know, doing that, you know, really trying to make sure I keep working on like mental health. Like, okay, wake up every day, like it's another day down, you know, another day forward. You know what I'm saying? Like not trying to get very stuck in the moment. Like, why me, poor me? Like, being thankful. You know, I got a job still. I'm still be able to do certain things. Like, you know, still being able to pay some bills, and you know, which a lot of people don't have. Like the unemployment rate is a number that I can't even probably fucking say. Like, so just, you know, those type of things, man. Trying to be very thankful and appreciative of like what I got and what I'm still able to do, and like understand, you know, when I get out of this, as excited I am to be able to do back things again, you know, make sure to keep doing the same thing. They were saying like in 2020 we supposed to have flying cars, but we teaching grown adults to wash their hands. Like, and that's where we at. You know what I mean? So just, you know, those little things, and trying to make sure I stay as precise as I can with these certain things. So I don't know if you can touch on a little bit more, Dom. You know, that's what I've been trying to do, and still just trying to be a little thankful.
Yeah. Basically, I've been doing about the same thing. With me personally, like I went out with the same time you did. That was like the last time I done made a dumb decision as far as see, I threw you under the bus. But when I went out St. Patty's Day, that was the last time I went out, and I worked the next week, and I work at the same place as my mother or whatever, and we always go on walks and talk, all that stuff. And I told her, I was like, yo, I just went out. I'm not coming in any contact with you, because like you said, I would be so upset. I don't even know what I would do if I was to give my mother or my father the coronavirus, you know what I'm saying? So I haven't really been seeing my family or anything like that, but I've definitely been talking to them every other day or so. As far as my 3 things that I've been doing, I've kind of had like a routine, like waking up, doing a little bit of day trading with the simulator stuff, eating breakfast, and then reading a little bit, studying a little bit, playing a video game, and then read a little bit, study a bit, play the video game, and go to sleep. That's been my daily routine.
What you been getting up like as early as like a normal work day, or you been sleeping in?
I'm wilding. Like I said earlier, it's kind of like a reset. I don't know what to do. Because like, think about it, I have no work.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like if I want to, I can literally, I'm not even gonna say that, but I don't have to do anything.
Hey, I actually got a question. We were talking about it. We were talking about it in my group chat earlier. They were like, if you haven't seen or met them before, and like say you're talking to one like Hinge, or you been want to hang out with someone, and you hang out with a male or female on like a date, would you consider yourself being inconsiderate and selfish for going to meet up with that person if it was just them? Because keep in mind, you don't know where they've been or who they've talked to, and they could be just blowing smoke. But you're trying to get out of the house.
Person that you never met, but you've been talking to for a while.
Correct.
But put a little bit more context to it.
78% of people that are on these these sites, what are they called? The apps?
The dating apps?
Dating apps. 78% of people said that if they met the right person, like through text or whatever, they would risk their lives and go.
That is crazy. I mean, God, God damn.
Would you guys do that if you met a girl that was like,
Well, look, this is my point, Dom. I know you look like you got something to say. Everyone is wilding right now. Everyone is trying to either do, flirt or whatever, because people are like, you're going to learn a lot about someone during this time, or you're going to think you learn a lot about someone, because people are answering their phone. So my whole thing is,
How you know?
I don't. So I'm asking. I'm just saying, look, in general, people could be blowing smoke. It sounds like good shit over the phone, but what if this shit blows over and they're like, I'm out of here, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Out of
Like,
here,
cause it's like playing housewife. Like, I'm gonna fuck with you while I'm on the corona, but once the band's lifted, I'm out of here.
Oh, okay, I got you.
That's what I'm saying. So it breaks it back to the point, would you go link up with someone you haven't met yet, knowing that could be the possible outcome, but knowing you also could go the right way?
I'll tell you the truth.
I mean, it's a risk reward, right?
It is very selfish. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's not. It's very selfish. But to answer your question, sorry for the interruption. But yeah, so to continue what I was saying, so I would probably scope it out. Obviously, I would try to do as much research as I can, try to assess the situation before I approach this female. But she would have to be like,
let's Google it.
Really, she would really have to be good looking. Like, she got to be out of this world. But most cases, I would stay home.
Yeah.
What about you, Tyke, since you asked the question?
Or you go on the porch.
Hey, we'll drink for that.
No, I asked because, one, I was curious, and two, I'm probably gonna go. But
hey, he said, "Fuck all that drawn out shit. I'm going."
But I'm never going back home.
All right, Pops. You can keep my clothes in my room.
Hey, man. Throw my shit in the washer. I'll pick it up when this is over. I'll see you then. I fucked up.
Hey, literally, that's a double long time.
I fucked up. On top of that, she didn't even look like she said she did, so I really fucked up.
So you got to stay with her for like 14 days.
Oh, Lord.
Bruh.
Could you imagine that being quarantined? Oh, man.
Don't get me started on it. Go ahead.
Oh, gosh. Speaking of which, staying at home has made me want to pull my hair out at times. How have you guys been maintaining your mental health during this time? Because we got to talk about it. And I want to hear from a guy's perspective.
Go ahead, Don.
See, like me, like low key when I got here, like I said earlier, I live by myself. I'm kind of like a extrovert introvert. Like low key, me being by myself, like I could do this for a whole nother month. Like it's crazy. Like when I was younger, I used to literally, like when I was younger, I used to literally in the summer, I used to wake up, play the game from 9 a.m., eat at like 1, get back on the game until like 1 a.m. Like I used to do this every single day. I might go outside every once in a while, but it goes to go back. Like I'm used to being by myself. And then majority of the times, like when I was a freshman in college, my roommate left. So I was living by myself. When I went to VCU, sorry roommates, but I always tried to live with roommates that I really wouldn't hang out with that much. You know what I'm saying? So I always was like distant. I always had my distance. So once I got here, I was like, it's just straight. Like I can do what I want, wake up, let that thing swing to the kitchen. Like it's crazy. Like, yeah, it's whatever. So to answer your question about like mental health and stuff like that, so if I need to talk to friends and stuff like that, I can just hop on the game and talk to my boys. So it's really nothing to me, but I can see how if someone doesn't have a video game or doesn't have a lot of friends or families at work or stuff like that, it can definitely be tough. But luckily, I'm just like, I guess a weirdo or whatever. But yeah, what about you, Tyke?
I touched on it a little earlier, just trying to make sure I'll be more thankful for the certain things that I took for granted. So I don't want to keep running over myself as far as that, but really just making sure, like, as cliche as everyone makes all those other things sounds, like, man, it's like here today, going tomorrow. Like, this is more of just like this shit really happened. So like, okay, let me make sure that I'm doing my due diligence every single time I'm doing something. Like, go all the way through with everything I'm doing. Make sure I fulfill everything I'm doing to others and myself, and really just like hone in on certain shit. Cause I'd be like in the crib, I'm like, okay, what am I doing? Like, I'm sitting here. What could I be doing? Like, you know, I could be doing more, you know, for the podcast, you know. I could be doing more for the, you know, the apparel brand that I do with TJ and Jasmine. You know, I could be doing more, like, trying to learn Spanish. Like, I got all these fucking goals, man, and it's almost like I got too many goals, and I just keep looking at them every day. It's like, okay, well, what, you know what I mean? I got to just, like, you know, I'm trying to come out this shit better than before. You know what I mean? And, like, we was talking about it the other day. If you come out to quarantine worse than you was, it's not because you ain't had the time. It's because you're not disciplined.
Right.
And I ain't gonna be one of them motherfuckers that's not disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Because I get up every single day, like, okay, what's the priority today? What am I doing today? How am I getting better? As long as I'm not getting worse, I'm getting better, right? So those type of things is like making sure I keep doing those things. But it's hard, man, when you shit, sleep, eat, and work in the same 500 feet. It's like, fuck, man, this is what prison's like.
It's hard.
So it's hard, man. So I mean, it weighs on me to answer the question, but I gotta like snap out of it. Like, it really ain't that bad. It's bad, but you know what I mean. So
it could be worse.
It could be worse. You know what I'm saying? It really could be worse. So I really just be trying to like, okay, get right. You know what I'm saying? Get right. Type every day. Get right.
So sorry. Let me harp on what you said. So to go back on what you're saying, as far as like it's hard and all that stuff, and I wouldn't compare it to prison. I know you just saying that, but like
right.
Prison, I've never been to prison, but goddamn. But I honestly think, I'm not saying the world this is what we get, but not saying that at all. But I would love to challenge each and every single one of you guys to look at this as a once in a lifetime opportunity. Would you have ever expected, say a year ago, someone was to tell you, yo, you're going to be working from home, or myself, you're going to not be working at all for 2 months straight. Yeah. Just hearing that is like, yeah, right. But to speed up to what I'm saying is we as a people should take this moment to, like you said, use this as a moment, like a once in a lifetime opportunity to do whatever you wanted to do, whatever your dream was. Anytime someone tells you, why don't you do this? Some people say, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. Well, here's your time. If I ask someone in 5 months, yo, you should look into this. Oh, I don't have enough time. And I would be like, you literally just had 2 months to fucking twiddle your fingers at home, no distraction, no going out and having happy hour and stuff like that. You got to use this time as a time to better yourself and uplift your career, uplift everything in your life. This is the perfect time to execute. Like right now, like I know I was talking about playing video games and stuff like that, but I got some shit like under my sleeves. Like I got a lot of goals that I want to do within this time period. You know what I'm saying?
This is time to take a big ass jump in them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's up to you. Like just what we're doing with this podcast. If you want to fucking excuse my French, but if you want to be an entrepreneur, do all your research right now while you can. If you want to, let's say, work for Deloitte and you work for another company and your dream goal is to get to this part, map out your career and map out what, literally, I would research everything about Deloitte when it was when it was established and all that stuff. So whenever you get that opportunity, probably be a year from now, but still, whenever you get the opportunity, you should be ready for it. Like, be prepared. That's all I'm saying. I'm prepared. Not right now, but I will be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Not to be a hypocrite about like being productive. I am being productive and playing video games. I gotta have some type of
and you have balance. To. We're all human, and it's like it's easy to say, you know, be just goal setting all the time, but sometimes you can fall into that hole where you don't know what you're gonna do with your life. But sometimes being in silence, to me, is something that I'm working on, just doing the meditation and just hearing myself and hearing my thoughts and trying to like be with myself. Because you know we went from being in college to wanting to get the best job to getting the job to, you know, still trying to maintain all these different, like, you know, a job, a relationship, keeping in contact with parents. Like, it's a lot. Being an adult, listen, we all wanted to be adults back in the day when we were younger. But if I could go back and be a child again,
Yeah.
and have homework to do instead of figuring my life out, I would switch. But
Yeah.
it's not easy. It's not easy. So it's okay to take some time to yourself and just really listen to your thoughts. And yes, and bring those, like Taiki said, be appreciative of the things that you weren't appreciative of before. You know, if that's calling your parents if you're not close to them, or having your dad in front of you and giving him a hug and saying, Dad, I appreciate you. Yes, we don't eye to eye all the time, but this is the time to just build those relationships again.
Yep.
That are going to be so helpful for us in the long run, and also build our relationship with ourselves.
Yep. 100%. So, someone told me one time, and it was like, the person you talk to the most, who is it? And I was like, I don't know. And then it was like, it's you. You talk to yourself the most. Like, you don't even know. Like, you always talk to yourself. And I was like, I'll be damned if I don't talk to myself all fucking day.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, shit. You know what I mean? So
you got to watch what you tell yourself too, because your mind will believe everything you tell it.
Yep.
Literally.
Yep.
If you tell your mind, oh, you're a failure, you're not gonna do anything, you're in a rut, you're whatever, you're never gonna get that promotion, you're never gonna move on to another job, you're never gonna pass that test, you're never gonna do this, you're never gonna do that, you're never gonna be able to live in this city. Your mind is gonna believe it.
Yep.
So we have to try, and it's hard. It's not easy.
No, it ain't.
It's part of the practice of this whole.
Well, I pray everyone gets back out of this the way they wanted to. So you're supposed to learn something from everything that goes on. So as long as you're learning, it's doing something and figuring shit out. So that's the way I look at it.
Definitely.
What'd you say?
No, I said definitely. I was vibing over here listening to y'all.
Some deep stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? All right. So you said something earlier. You was gonna talk about being quarantined. Huh?
Oh, my fault. Go.
No. Oh, no. You had said something. I think I cut you off for usual. So go. So what was you saying? My bad.
Oh, you're gonna ask me?
Yeah, both. Yeah, no, I was talking to Elsa. Yeah.
Since I have two men on here that are being very expressive.
One and a half. You gotta be accurate. But go ahead.
I know it's something to add an extra half.
Okay. I want to know, I'm asking for a friend, why aren't guys expressive in relationships sometimes?
Go ahead, Dom.
To deal with that?
I'm the closer.
Oh, man. Well, shit, I can talk about this all day. But see, I feel like I'm overly expressive. I can't sit here and really say that. Like, to me, like, if I gotta say something, I'm gonna say it. And I feel like I get in trouble more sometimes because I be saying, yo, this is how I feel, this was going on. Like, I ain't trying to walk around on eggshells, like, blah, blah, blah. So, but to answer that, they don't, because that shit, women say they want something and you give them that and you be expressive, then it's too much. Women, then you don't be expressive at all, and then, women be like, you don't do enough. You know what I mean? So only for me, this is not everyone. I don't know. I really don't have that answer on the tip of my tongue because I got no idea. But to really, sum it up is because no one really knows who you're interacting with. And, if you say the wrong thing, that shit happens. And you be like, damn. But only thing I do know is this. If you say it and she rolls, you're not going to be worrying about her later. If you don't say it and she rolls, you're going to be like, damn, I wish I would have said something. So I always say it. For better, for worse, I say it. Because I can go to sleep like knowing I said my due diligence. For better or for worse, I got it off my chest. And if she couldn't rock with it, hey, I feel good because I said it. If I didn't say it, I'd be mad as shit. Like, damn, be lit one night. Like, I meant to tell you, man, when we was talking, this is how I really felt. And then she gonna be like, I'm with another man. Okay, well, I wish I would have told you. I ain't doing none of that. But go ahead, Dom.
True. I honestly think, obviously, it depends on the guy, but to go off of what you're saying, as far as why males don't show emotion, The funny thing is, I was talking to my ex the other day, and she said the exact same thing, but about me. So I feel like I can answer this personally, or I can answer it generally. So I'll go with kind of both. So let's I'll answer for a good amount of African American males. So just assuming that everyone has the same type of household, it might be the same with all different generations and stuff. I mean, different ethnicities and stuff like that. But like, our fathers, like the millennials' fathers, I feel like they were brought up to be very masculine. So let's just stay with African Americans. They were brought up to be very masculine. So let's say African Americans, say if they did not have a dad, or if they did, their dad was probably going through things and stuff like that. So that basically put them in a situation where they felt like they had to defend for themselves, and provide for themselves, and actually be a man at the age of 16. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I became a man probably like around like 21, 22, or once I got my apartment. But basically what I'm saying is, once they got that engraved in their head that basically no one's gonna provide for them except for myself, I feel like they just got some type of identity of like, I'm gonna be a supreme masculine man, and I'm not gonna do anything that shows weakness. So basically what I'm saying is, I'm not gonna go too deep into my father, but let's just say he doesn't really show that much emotion, and that rubbed off on me. So when my ex basically called me out for saying that, I mean for acting like that, like when she says something that kind of deal with feelings, I just don't know how to react when I need to be somewhat show a little bit of emotion. So to answer your question, it just depends on how a guy was raised, and you know what you see. That's basically what I'm trying to say. You know what you see. Sorry for like the long heart, but like if your father or someone that you looked up to really didn't show that much emotion, you're not going to really know how to deal with that unless you see it with your own eyes. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to learn how to be emotion. Like I was saying, I was brought up to be very alpha. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no crying. It ain't no, you know, acting like a woo-de-woo-de-woo. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming the same way with Tyke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been brought up to be an alpha, and I'm going to act like alpha. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it just depends on what you've been through. For real.
Yeah, I'm about to say, that's why it's hard. I think it's situational, but I think what you need to do is go watch the quarantine radio, quarantine, and then you'll find all your answers from Tory Lanez.
Yeah. And then another thing, females, it's not about you in that situation. If you're looking for that answer, what she's saying, it's not about you. It's more about within the guy. Okay, so all guys weren't raised the same way, but it's more about the guys. 100% not about you at all. It's just something that the guy's going to have to get comfortable with. And once he gets comfortable with it, it'll slowly progress for him to show his emotion. It's not going to be like, oh, just because I say I love you, I'm going to really show you that full emotion that you're expecting from me. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to take time.
All right. But with what you're saying is that the guy never saw that example. So
yeah,
what is a female to expect from this guy who says, you know what, I never saw it growing up, so this is me.
I think it
say okay and stay with you, or
I think it'll come with time. If that special someone loves that male, it'll come with time. You know what I'm saying? To every action, there's a reaction, and you know the saying, you can't beat it. What is it, like? You can't beat a dead horse or something like that. Like, I think with emotions, I can't speak for everyone, but with emotions, I think that coin will flip, but it depends on how soon. And if you're willing to wait, and if you really love them, wait.
See, I'm different in that aspect a little bit, because I don't think you should wait, man or woman, unless you want to. But like, if you identify that to them and you bring it up to the man, and they sit here and they consistently tell you, I ain't never had a father, like, you know, I don't know how to love, I don't know how to do it, and they use that every time, you're never gonna flip them. But if you bring it up to them and they'll be like, yeah, I know, baby, I'm working on it right now. I'm trying to figure it out. Bear with me. I'm really trying. I made a note of it in my head already. I'm trying to do better. If you get that reaction, then I feel like it's better. But if you get the same shit every time, the same song and dance, I ain't never had a dad, or just in this instance, I ain't learned how to do this. Like, this is who I am.
It's excuses.
If they're not trying to work on it, then you gotta make a decision. But if you it just really depends. But if you're not trying to work towards it or try to figure it out,
Because I'm thinking in terms of like the next generation, right? And if this is a woman that you love and you want to build, I mean, we're all getting to that age eventually. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a woman that you love and you want to build with, is this something that you want to show your children, that you're closed off and you can't talk about your feelings? Is that bring it to the next generation? No, it's not. So we have to realize that the way that our parents were brought up and the way that they did things weren't exactly
right. Correct.
And it's up to us to break that cycle and say, you know what, this is different. We're all human, and I've seen a lot of men cry.
Yeah.
And
ain't nothing wrong with it.
That left them because they were not emotional enough, because they thought that they were so manly, machista, that they don't talk about their feelings. So
for me personally, I've been working on that the past year. So to answer about myself, I'm a lot better with it as far as like expressing myself and feelings. I was just speaking in a general fact. And also it could be trauma. The guy could have got hurt. The guy could have got hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's more than how you was brought up. The guy could have got hurt, really fell for this girl, and the whole time she was cheating on him or doing some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot more than just what you see. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy's going to hold on to some secrets, believe it or not, until they feel comfortable with that girl. That's just how.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't.
Too. Girls hold on to stuff too. Although it seems like as though women hold their emotions, on their sleeves or whatever. But a woman will have secrets as well. I think it's just with this generation, we have to be okay with knowing that everything's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Because we're in this social media age where everything seems, oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, he's fine or whatever. Oh my God, everything's going to be great. Everybody has some bones in the closet. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Dug up in terms of like our own stuff, and then our parents' things that we're dealing with and they never dealt with.
Yeah.
A lot on this generation, but it's up to us to break those curses.
For sure. What was you about to say, Taiki?
So just going on, like, learn from situations. It just don't gotta be long and drawn out. I'm just curious. What are like, we was talking about goals and shit, and it kind of got on the topic of the relationship. What are three goals that you've set, like small, big, in between, little, mental health, whatever? What are three? You don't go into it too deep. What are three? Reel them off. You trying to do better or know more of or have done by the time this is over.
When you say this, got you. When you say this, you saying the quarantine?
Correct. Yeah, the quarantine. Yep.
All right, y'all got it.
I'll go first. I'll go first since I asked a question. So, I want to learn Spanish, and I never put the time aside to learn Spanish. So, like, just exactly. Like, I hate going places.
Nigga.
I want to learn Spanish. I hate going places and not being able to. It's second English. I want to learn Spanish.
Got
you. This is far fetched, but it sounds goofy. But I'm gonna learn. I kind of want to learn how to sing, but I ain't gonna get into it. So I'm gonna figure that out. Yeah, yeah, right.
That got me excited.
Yeah, and this also sounds crazy. I'm gonna learn how to cut my own hair. So I'm gonna come out this motherfucker, cut my own hair, and singing in Spanish. Watch. I'm just telling you. Maybe just one of the three. But those are the three. Those are the three.
This is why I say no with the haircutting, because you love showing people on Instagram how you looking.
No. And I can't even take my hat off, bro. My shit look terrible right now.
But whole time, this is the perfect time to do it for real, because you're going to be chilling. You don't need to post during this quarantine, because trust and believe, you've heard it here first. We'll be in the crib until like July.
Oh God.
This
Hell
is
no.
just coming from the board.
Hey,
When
take that.
Late July.
Take that glass half empty shit elsewhere.
You heard it here first. What is
Fuck
it?
no.
April? January, February, March, April? Yeah, April 10th.
No,
We'll be in the crib in July.
What's his name? Dr. Fauci said we should be good by summertime if we all stay home. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm
I
still
got
mad.
some bars about him. Answer the question, please.
Okay.
I got some bars about it.
About the doctor?
Yeah.
Okay. I would love to meditate correctly.
Good one.
Every 2 minutes I get distracted and I want to be able to
It's a
meditate
good one.
10 minutes at a time. I want to find a side hustle to make my own money on the side.
The times now.
Well, one. And what else? I want to be a good dog mommy. I've never had a dog. I've never had a puppy in my life. My parents didn't want one in our apartment, understandably. But I want to be a good dog mommy. All right.
That's a good one. You know, they say getting a dog in a relationship, that's like your first kid.
We'll see how we do.
Hey, building block.
I'll do my part.
So somebody got to meet you halfway.
No doubt for me. I'm sure you'll do wonderful.
Dom.
Oh, it's the boy, not the man. That shit crazy. All right. So one of my goals was to learn a little bit more about stocks. That's one.
Yep.
To develop a plan and create a website for our Talk to Me page. So I got that. That's two. And then the third one was to really get back on track with studying with the PMP.
Yeah, 100%.
That's my three. And then on top of that, I've been trying to I kind of cut people off. People are going to start saying that all the time. But to go off of what you're saying, I'll add a fourth one. So I'll try to make it real quick because we got 5 minutes. We remember that we got 5 minutes. Duolingo is free.
Yeah.
So I'm about to start that. 15 minutes a day. You got time. That's nothing. Duolingo, Duolingo, Duolingo. And let's start it, man. We can start tomorrow because that's what I want to learn too.
All right.
You know
We can definitely set that up because next time I'm gonna come in this motherfucker.
Facts.
Shit.
I'm saying, hey, how you doing? It's Talk to Me podcast in Spanish.
Hey, once I learn, I don't know English no more. Don't talk to me in nothing but Spanish.
I don't know English.
I don't know English.
Yeah.
Start with you, Elsa.
True. But damn. All right, so that's my three. That's my four. All right, whatever. Y'all don't want to know these facts and shit. But actually, this is a few things that I learned about the coronavirus. So the reason why it's called corona is because I guess when the doctors seen the bacteria within the people's system, there's spiky crowns covered the bacteria, and if you look it up in the dictionary, the corona means a spike. It's a spike. So that's why they call it coronavirus, because when they look into the lenses, the bacteria that's covered has spikes all over it. That's why it's called coronavirus. And then as far as if you wanted to know how far we are with the vaccines and stuff like that, we're on our first phase. They started, I believe, a few weeks ago in Seattle, and it is conducted of 3 phases, where we're on the first phase. It ranges from 20 minutes to 100 people that are being tested. So the vaccine's already created, but Dr. Fanucci or whatever his name is, he said it takes a year and a half, and we are on phase 1. Shit's sick. So the first phase consists of testing 20 to 100 people, and that they're basically just testing to see if you have symptoms, if it actually works, and they are testing 100 healthy people. So that is and it's 2 other phases like that. So like I said, we're on a time crunch, guys. I know I'm talking pretty fast. Then the second phase is ranging from like 100 to like 500 people doing the testing and all that. Then it goes from 100 to thousands of people for the third phase. So I gave you kind of a few facts and stuff like that. And also for you bettors, Vegas is losing like up to anywhere from around 14, like some of the Vegas casinos are losing a day in like profit and stuff like that.
Oh, I believe that.
If you wanted to know a few facts, I just gave you some fun facts. Like I always say, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm glad to give you guys a virtual Zoom podcast from the Talk to Me crew. So
Yes.
if you guys have anything else to say, let's go.
I do. Remember, bear with us. We're still in the early phases, man. We're walking through this collectively. So bear with us. The people that stay down, please. Our content's going to get better. The reality and the virtual, all this is going to get better. The sound is going to get better. Remember, young entrepreneurs, we're still looking for you guys to get on here. That's a goal. We want to know how you guys are working through this as the coronavirus as well. So this is a collective thing. Please reach out. Please send recommendations, man. And this is just a platform for everyone. So please, feel free to reach out. Questions, comments, concerns. Man, we're here to listen. If you keep listening to us. So thank you from me to you all, and I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy.
That boy fire. You going?
Yeah, same here. As well as new artists. If you have new music coming out on every Friday, I have my whole Friday thing going on my social media. So let us know, and we'll feature you free of cost. This is for everybody in the DMV. So
you heard it here.
Yeah.
But and also to go off of what Tyke said, I have fixed the audio. So every week get back together. After the whole protocol of following the coronavirus and stuff like that, the audio has been fixed. But like I always say, it's a wrap in the trap. Thank you for watching. Talk to me. Let's go.
Y'all.